I love to sleep. I really like sleep. I really absolutely detest waking up at early in the morning.
I do not sleep too often. I probably average 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night.
My sleep schedule is pretty crazy. I have met a lot of people who are relying on coffee or all-nighters in order to get their work done.
Our culture has been absolutely inundated with a delusional belief that sleep is not important.
Getting an adequate and sufficient amount of sleep. We value nutrition, we value exercise, and sleep should really be on that prong. It should be just as important.
In college, the stereotype is true that most students really don't understand how sleep is important.
Without sleep, I wouldn't be able to study. Technically, I could be reading the words, but not retaining any of it.
Often, college students pull all-nighters in order to do great in their exams, and that's kind of the worst thing they can do because memory consolidation is harder, retrieval of information is harder, everything is harder when we're sleep deprived.
Around midterms and finals, many people pull all-nighters.
One of my friends during finals, she stayed up 3 days in a row just on coffee and energy drinks.
The most remarkable one I've had was during finals week where I saw the sun come up twice.
The nature of being in college is almost having an inconsistent schedule.
I can pick my schedule. I can determine when I work as well as when I go to class, among other things. I can pick when I eat. I can pick when I choose to go home or where to study. There's so much more operational freedom.
Weekends are definitely different. You're going to bed later and sleeping in.
When everyone's hanging out with my roommates and stuff, and I'm tired, but I wouldn't want to go to bed because I want to spend time with everyone, so I'll be like, no, I have to stay up, and then it'll be 2, 3 in the morning, and I'll be like, okay, I should probably go to bed now.
I honestly have prioritized sleep above most things. So I think it's helped me as a student overall because I'll understand the night before a test I really need my 8 hours. So I'll make sure that I start studying days in advance.
We are sometimes poor at judging how sleepy or how alert we are at any given time. Nonetheless, there are some obvious signs that one can begin to pay attention to. The first and most obvious one is either being told that you're falling asleep at inopportune times or times where you shouldn't be sleeping, such as during class.
I've definitely fallen asleep in class.
This morning, someone fell asleep in my class.
I do find myself falling asleep behind the wheel from time to time.
Virtually every day, somebody tells me I look tired now.
You might notice that you've increased your caffeine intake.
This is my first year that I've gotten into drinking coffee. I tend to definitely increase my caffeine consumption during finals or midterms.
I love coffee.
The overall atmosphere in college is that you need coffee to survive.
Caffeine is a stimulant and will at least trick you to feeling like you're more alert than you are. It is not a substitute for sleep.
Sleep is way, way, way more useful than caffeine is.
Sleep is worth it. It's really worth it.
Life, after all, is not just about achieving results. It's also about enjoying every minute, even the challenges and the obstacles. And I promise you that with enough sleep, not only are you going to be more successful, not only are you going to achieve more, but also you're going to bring more joy into everything you do.
Over the next 45 minutes, you'll find out how to have a social life and still get enough sleep, how to optimize your schedule and maximize your GPA, how many cups of coffee are too many, how sleep affects your tennis serve and your bench press. And most importantly, we'll talk not only about how to get the most out of sleep, but how to use sleep as a tool to help get the most out of college.